Fashion Insider friends, what is up? This is the Fashion Crimes Podcast where I cover all things fashion, style, shopping, style inspiration, and interview incredible small business owners who are changing the fashion industry for the better. Yes, I'm the best friend you never knew you needed and the poster child for fashion over 40, and I mean way after 40. Say it with me, fashion and style are your friends, not your enemies. I'm Holly Cates, your favorite personal stylist, and let's keep it real, the only Holly you need to know. Turn it up, because I got a lot to say, and I am super stoked you're here. It's Fashion Crimes Podcast Friday, and here we are, back around to your favorite day of the week. And how was your week, by the way? Now, I've been busy booking interviews for the podcast. I mean, I have some big deals, some very important BFDs on deck that have said yes, they would appear on the Fashion Crimes Podcast and drop some knowledge on us. So amen to that. Super excited to score some fabulous interviews for you. And speaking of fabulous interviews, did you know that Pam Grier was on the show? Oh, like the real Pam Grier, like 2 weeks ago. Did you listen to that episode? Did ya? Episode 217. She is such an icon and continues to wow audiences around the world and doesn't plan on stopping anytime soon. Still coming off the ceiling from that interview. Also, I really hope you listened to last week's episode 218. Fall transitional pieces that you need to own. In case you missed that, that was episode 218 with its correlating Pinterest board. If you are needing help figuring out what to wear this fall, especially when it's still hot outside during the day, you're gonna want to go back and listen to that. Lots of great suggestions if you are feeling stuck and don't know where to start, if you are in the market for some new clothes this fall. Now, I personally just purchased a sleeveless sweater from a brand that I discovered called Tosin, and I may have gotten a couple of other things as well by them. I can't confirm or deny this. I can honestly say that this is a brand I will be interviewing in the future. Yes, I will. I have put that in the universe and let it be so. Okay, then. My birthday was this past Wednesday, so happy birthday to me. I am not 50 anymore. I am 51. I mean, does that sound worse than 50? I can't decide. Anyway, that is something I did celebrate, even though we did, in fact, eat dinner at 4:59 p.m., so no one else would be in the restaurant, as I can't be in crowds right now, as you all know. Just in case any of you don't know this about me, especially if you're new here, welcome, by the way. I am a complete and total birthday whore. So having a low-key birthday is something that I have not done in the past. So that was a new one for me. It didn't make it any less fabulous, of course, as Jonathan is a total rock star, as always. Snaps to Jonathan, best husband ever. Every day with him is my birthday. Oh, it's really sweet. He is truly the gift that keeps on giving. Alrighty then. My B-day has come and gone. Sad. And now we have bigger things to take care of, like your boot situation and honestly, your overall shoe game going on this season. This category will either make you happy or make you feel like you are fashionably behind because you either need to get rid of some shoes/boots that you've been hanging on to for too long, or you don't own enough shoes or boots and your shoe game is weak and you don't have enough to choose from, which is and can be a fashion crime, by the way, if you do not have enough to choose from. That's what we will be discussing this week, all things boots and how to style them. Let's go. Boots are a wardrobe staple in the same vein as something like jeans, for example. You have to have a few different styles of jeans as they serve different looks and purposes. Boots are no different, really. The different styles, both trendy and classic, will be something that you will invest in. Yes, you will. They will be a little bit more in price, obvi. However, you will wear them for several years to come. How this translates to all of the fashion besties with analytical brains when you aren't used to shopping and you think everything's too expensive, there's a reason for it. You don't have to like it or agree with it. And it totally stings, not going to lie, and it gives you sticker shock, etc. When you break down the CPW, which is the cost per wear, it seems a lot more reasonable. For example, if you spend $400 on a pair of cowboy boots, which never go out of style, by the way, and you wear and take good care of those boots for, let's say, 8 years or more, you will pay less than $1 per day to wear those boots. That's a pretty good deal, if you ask me, over 8 years. Most people write into me with questions about boots. It's usually what to wear with different types of boots, what to wear with short boots. Can I do this or that? Does this look weird? Am I too short for this? Am I too tall for that? Are my legs too squatty for this? Etc., etc., etc. This goes to say, when in doubt, please do ask. There are some boot fashion crimes that we're going to go over, of course, as there are fashion crimes with everything in the world, practically. Some of those boot crimes as of late are cropped jeans, which are jeans that come right above the ankle bone, and short booties, which can expose part of your leg. This, according to some fashion experts, is a boot fashion crime. I can totally see why, but let's be honest, I've seen worse. Boots are something that are definitely worn for both fashion and function. Like, for example, if you wear snow boots or rain boots, if you live somewhere cold like Seattle or Colorado. However, wearing rubber-soled or weatherproof boots when it's not inclement weather is indeed another fashion crime. If your ass lives in Florida, okay, and you're wearing knee-high Sorel boots with a shearling lining or Ugg boots, that is completely and totally a fashion crime. If you are wearing, and I can't believe I have to say this, any type of Ugg boot for fashion, that is a fashion crime. Ugg boots are for, like, if you're walking the dog, if you are running out somewhere and it's 20 below or 20 degrees, they are not to be worn for like a look per se. They are for function. So if you do wear an Ugg boot and it's not 20 degrees outside or 20 below, that is a fashion crime. Just don't do it. If you're wearing those rubber-soled hunter boots up to your knees and it's not raining, that is a fashion crime. It's not cute. It's just not cute, especially if they have flowers or polka dots or lips or rubber ducks on them, okay? I'm just saying, it looks terrible. If it is a torrential downpour or you're going to be outside for a long period of time when it's raining, yes, you have permission to wear your rain boots. You are wearing them for function, but only then. Not if you're walking 5 feet to your garage either. I hate to tell you, okay? And it looks like it might rain. Don't wear your rain boots, okay? Another boot fashion crime is wearing boots that are completely dogged out and not taken care of. Fashion crime. Scuffs, banged up and chewed up heels from getting your stilettos caught in the cracks. I might or might not be talking about myself. Having soles split at the toe, the fabric stained or peeling, etc., so forth, so on, and what have you, is indeed a fashion crime. Owning a pair of boots and keeping them in ready-to-wear condition is something you just sign up for when purchasing. Get a great cobbler in your area to help you with this, to not only extend the life of your boots, but keep them brand new looking for years. I've done it, especially out in New York City. It's like the freaking sidewalks chew up your shoes, especially if you're hard on your shoes like me. A cobbler is someone I definitely have to visit, getting my boots ready for fall and winter, and you should do the same. Care and maintenance of your boots is easy if you are already taking great care of your shoes, which I know you are, okay? Most of these boot companies want you to use a leather conditioner or a non-silicone water and stain protector, which really does increase the life of your boots and is worth the extra effort, says me. Boot styles can definitely be determined by height and type of heel. These heights range from over the knee, some can go up to mid-thigh, to right below the knee, mid-calf, above the ankle, and below the ankle, commonly known as booties. These different types of heights can range in heel size from stiletto to block to rubber sole, like a lug sole, or for rain and for snow. Starting with boots that come over the knee, perhaps to the thigh, obviously can be called over the knee or thigh-high boots. Over the knee boots can range in heel height and can come in leather or suede, which is very, very popular this season. I've talked about that before, which I think suede is actually softer, has more give, and is usually more comfortable. These types of boots really only look great, I hate to say, when I'm talking about mid-thigh boots, on people who are very, very tall with a slender leg. Women, I would say, who are 5'7" and up with great legs definitely could pull this off with a short dress. I have some leather metallic boots that I wore with a shorter dress. And I mean, I wouldn't say they were mid-thigh, but they were definitely over my knee. And I was not a fan of how my thighs looked in these boots when I saw the pictures. Just saying, being honest. That was a fashion risk for me. And now I know it's probably not the best boot height for me. If you're like 5'3" and under, and you're trying to wear thigh-high boots, chances are it's probably going to take up your whole leg. So I would opt for a lower style. Just a sidebar. The best way to style these, I think, is with a dress or skirt that comes to the knee so you see the top of the boot. Wearing something long over an over-the-knee boot really kind of defeats the purpose of that, of an over-the-knee boot, and can cause unnecessary bulkiness underneath and look lumpy. Now, you can wear them over jeans, yes, but make sure if you do that, it's super cold outside because you will be schwitzing. I promise you that. Like, don't ever do it if it's above 40 degrees and you're going to be inside. My over-the-knee boots, let's just say, they're not breathable, okay? They're not. So I try to wear them when it's really cold outside. You don't want to get a boot like this if you are a hot-natured person, okay? Like, for real, for real. Another thing to think about when purchasing a boot like this is, do you have a style to support this? If this is a new style for you, great, perfect. But if you are super conservative or if this is a risky purchase for you, make sure you already have a cohesive look, something that you can actually wear with them instead of just blindly purchasing something like this and hoping you can make it work somehow, okay? That's how shit stays in the closet with the tags on it. This is called a style plan. And if you want to get these boots, figure out how to wear them first with things you already own in your closet so you can make sure you have the necessary items to pull off said look. All this does is require a little bit of planning, like any other new style you would feel like trying. Just know that they make a bold statement and less is more. So what I mean is if you get a pair of black thigh-high boots, maybe you want to do a monochromatic look, black thigh-high boots with a black pant, perhaps, and a cool sweater. A perfect outfit formula for this would be a short dress, either to the knee or right above the knee, a leather blazer, or a jacket with a top handle bag, or option B, which would be a wax-coated color pair of jeans over the knee boot and a chunky short sweater with a statement earring. So like I said before, you can do black pant, black boot, or if you have a wax-coated jean that's, say, like a burgundy, you can do a burgundy over-the-knee boot with a burgundy wax-coated jean and a different sweater, which would be cool too. And a statement earring. Love a statement earring. And a chunky short sweater. That's my jam. I would totally rock either of these looks, totally. Boots that are worn just below the knee have been a style worn by both men and women since around like 10,000 BCE in the 15th and 16th centuries. The first manufactured boots were made by Thomas Pendleton for the British Army. Little fun history fact, fashion fact. The style has been going on ever since and going strong. It has evolved over the centuries to become a staple in wardrobes around the world in several different countries, and saw a huge surge in the US when they crossed over to high fashion in the 1960s and 70s with the rise of the go-go boot worn by dancers and performers. Society proved that boots weren't just for working in the factory or the farm anymore, so came to the rise of the fashion boot. Synthetic materials in overseas factories made boots affordable to the public in all different price points. Whether you have a low or high heel, these types of boots look great on people of any height and of any age, and great with dresses, skirts, jeans, even shorts with tights in winter, which I've done and worn before. I have a few pair that I really love and wear them season after season. Yes, they can go in and out of style dependent on how trendy you get, but as a whole, they really never do go out of style. Now, I actually love cowboy boots to the knee. Brands to consider for this look type of boots that are on your knee, right at your knee or right below would be Dolce Vita, which I love, Stuart Weitzman, always a favorite, Sam Edelman, which I love, Mark Fisher, yes, and Paris, Texas, probably my fave. The next level boot height, which is technically mid-calf, okay, halfway between your knee and your ankle bone, I like to classify as a mid-rise boot. Now, when it comes to mid-rise, which is really mid-calf, when it comes to cowboy boots, here's a fun fact. Traditional, authentic cowboy boots do not have any hardware or any way to put them on your feet except by sliding your foot in. They come in a ton, and I mean hundreds of price points and styles, but just know a real cowboy boot is worn for working on the farm or the ranch, protecting your feet and legs while having a special heel for keeping your feet in the stirrups on a horse. Now, you can get a real authentic cowboy boot from companies like Tecovas, which is what Jonathan and I have, Dan Post, Dingo, Ariat, and Lucchese, or any Boot Barn or Western Warehouse store. If you don't have anything like this where you live, you can go online, hobby, or head down here to Georgia, and we can go down to the highway and head on down to the Boot Barn, and you'll see more boots than you've ever seen in your life. And you can go to Nashville, which I talked about a couple weeks ago as well. Thousands of styles of cowboy boots. So there's that. Cowboy boots, they're just forever. They will never die. Shorts, pants, skirts, maxi dresses, my favorite, and jeans always go with cowboy boots. They are not, however, considered dressy. So it's a great way to bring something dressy down a notch to make it more casual. Now, if you are in the market for cowboy boots and don't care if they are authentic or not, you can get a cowboy style boot from anywhere. Big box stores and most designers sell them, but just know if they have a zipper, they are cowboy style boots, okay? Fry, fabulous. Freebird, I love, by Steve Madden. Paris, Texas, again. Isabel Marant, love. Jimmy Choo, love. And even Hermes, double love. I have some Hermes cowboy style boots, and I love them. I actually want some more. I have both styles, authentic and inauthentic, but I do love authentic cowboy working on the ranch boots. I recommend wearing mid-calf boots over your jeans or pants, not under, so it doesn't create too much bulk. I think a jean with a boot over the jean, a shorter crop tucked in top with a funky belt, is definitely an effortless look. Throw a jacket or a blazer on top of that for extra fab, extra points, extra cred. All these examples and more will be on your Pinterest board that I made for you for the week and how to wear them. Moving on down the leg, ankle height or below the ankle boots are often called booties. Styling something with these can be a little tricky, however, you can do it. Just make sure the opening at the top of the boot is fitted. Make sure the top of the boot isn't so wide that it's rubbing or gapping at the top, or it isn't so tight they're giving you blisters. If you are wearing something that you can see the top of your booty, it should fit nicely around your ankle, so it just looks like an extension of your leg, okay? Wearing booties is a great way to get the boot look under your jeans without a large shaft that can look bulky. I have several pair of booties And it's something that I constantly have and wear in my wardrobe. It's just a non-negotiable for me. Now, if you need some brands of booties, literally every department store in the world carries them. Make sure they fit correctly and are in a heel height that you can comfortably walk in. Wearing them with leggings, slacks, and even tights will look great as long as they fit nicely around the ankle, like I said before. Booties should be, like I said, an extension of your leg and not cut you off at the ankle because your boots are distracting and ill-fitting. Just look in your very professional mirror that you have with adequate lighting in your room or your closet where you get dressed, and then you can see what you look like from top to bottom because you do have the correct mirror to look at yourself in. Yes, you do. I hope you enjoyed this How to Style Boot lesson, new and improved, part 2. Everything I like and want you to consider for your boot options are on your Pinterest board that I made just for you. Overlying message here. I don't know if I should say underlying message or overlying message. I was going to ask Jonathan, but he was on a Zoom. Anyway, I said overlying message here. Boots can really elevate your outfit and make it look modern. And P.S., you can wear boots all year round. Now, you can't wear suede boots all year round, but you can wear leather boots. Don't ask me why. You just can't. Okay? But you can wear boots all year round. All right? Try styling your boots with a maxi dress or jeans, and that you can zhuzh with a great top. Great top. Wearing boots are ageless. There is no boot that anyone of any age cannot wear. Just know that. Someone who is 85 years old can wear a boot to the knee or right above the knee with leggings and a sweater. Of course they can. Somebody who is 15 can wear that. That's what I love about boots. They're ageless. Okay. So let's talk about shout outs this week. Shout out. Shout outs this week. Shout out to Sarah, sweetest person ever, who sent me a poem and a story. She sent me a poem and a story to keep on my desk during these next few months. Ugh, love her. And Saree, who was like, here's my outfit. Here's my pick. I just cut 4 inches off my hair. She looks great. Always sends me wardrobe updates. And Kathy, my favorite realtor from South Carolina, just to check in on me as well. And big shout out to my bestie Spring from Idaho, who said, and I quote, I haven't listened to the podcast in a minute, and I've been catching up on all the episodes. So she called to check on me. Love her so much. We've been friends for several years. And when we met, I was like, I can honestly say pretty confidently that you are the only person in the world that I've ever met from Idaho. And that doesn't really stand true anymore because now I know her whole family. However, she totally deserves a shout out because she is a big deal and in very high demand in Idaho. And she took time out to call me, check on me, tell me she loves me. Thank you, Spring. And thank you for listening and being a fashion bestie. We've got some great things coming up. Great things. So make sure you stay tuned in for this free fashion content every single week. God, so great. Consider signing up for our newsletter if you haven't already and share with a friend. Share with someone you love. Tell everyone you know that they need to listen to the Fashion Crimes podcast because it is just style advice that needs to be in the universe. And advice that you need to know. Whether you need the advice or don't need the advice, everybody needs to know what's going on in the fashion world and what's going on trending. Boots are so hot. Every single publication, Elle, Harper's Bazaar, Who What Wear, every single person is talking about boots right now. All the stylists, all the magazines, all the online, everybody's talking about boots. So get on the boot train, okay? I really appreciate everybody's support. So thank you so much for writing in and DMing me. I'm so excited. We have some super great interviews that are coming up next week and the week after. We have a phenomenal guest. Please stay tuned for that. Y'all, let me know if you have questions, like our shout out besties. DM me on Fashion Crimes Podcast or Holly Kate Styling on Instagram. Or send me an email, holly@fashioncrimespodcast. Or hit me up, send me some pics of your boots and how you style them. I can't wait to see what your boot choices are or what you're going to get. Thank you so much for listening. I can't wait till next week. Y'all have a fabulous fashionable week. See you then. Love ya. Talk to you later. Bye.